Nobody knew the driver's name. They just called him the guy with the old red truck. Every morning at 5 a.m., he'd back his dusty vehicle into the loading dock behind Willow-Mart and start unloading boxes, cereal, detergent, toilet paper, whatever the town needed. He never smiled. Never spoke much. Just worked. And every time, the owner of the mart, Mr. Dobbins, rich, polished, always in a suit, would just nod and sign the paper. That was their routine. Until one freezing morning, the red truck didn't show up. By noon, Willow-Mart's shelves were empty. Customers were leaving angry. And Mr. Dobbins was sweating. Still no truck. But later that night, just as the snow started to fall, someone banged on the back door. It was the driver. Bleeding. Shivering. Holding just one box in his arms. When Mr. Dobbins opened it, he fell to his knees. Because what was inside wasn't goods. It was a truth that would break his heart. And make the whole town see that silent driver. Back in a small town called Maple Hill, where winters came early and left late, everyone knew two things. 1. Willow-Mart was the biggest store in town. 2. Nothing got on its shelves without that truck. No one knew where the driver came from. No one asked. He'd pull up in an old, rust-covered red Chevy that groaned like a dying cow. Unload crates with bare hands. Even in the snow, and drive off. Before most people had their first coffee. The man wore a brown beanie pulled low. Jeans torn at the knees. A coat patched in more places than stitched. Kids whispered that he used to be a soldier. Some said he lived in his truck. Others said he didn't speak because he'd seen too much. But Mr. Dobbins, the mart's owner, didn't care. All I need from you is the delivery, he'd say. Not your life story. He paid the driver cash. Always exact. Always fast. No thanks. No eye contact. Just business. And that was enough. For years, that system worked. Until one day, it didn't. The day everything changed. It was December 16th. A Saturday. The town was packed with holiday shoppers. Mr. Dobbins was in his office, checking profits. 8 a.m. No delivery. By 9:30, the cereal aisle was empty. By 10 o'clock, a woman screamed at the cashier because there was no baby formula. By 11:45, people were taking photos, threatening to post online. Still no red truck. Where the hell is that guy? Dobbins muttered. He dialed the old number he had. Disconnected. He called another driver. Booked out. Another, stuck in snow. By 3 p.m., angry crowds had left the store empty and silent. And then, the back door slammed. Bang. 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 Dobbins rushed down the hallway. Opened the door. And there he was. The driver. Covered in blood. One eye swollen shut. Lips blue from cold. Hands shaking. But what shook Dobbins most was the way the man held the box. Like it wasn't cargo, but a child. I couldn't leave it, the driver whispered. Then he collapsed. The box. They called 911. While waiting, Mr. Dobbins slowly opened the cardboard box. Inside wasn't cereal. Or soda. Or toilet paper. Inside was a framed photo of a little girl. A folded pink hoodie. A letter with tear stains. Dobbins read. Her name was MIA. My daughter. She died 3 years ago today. She loved Willow-Mart. Called it the big shiny place. Every Christmas, I bought her the same pink hoodie from aisle 3. I kept one for her every year. Even after she passed. Today's delivery wasn't just goods, it was the hoodie I saved for her. I was late because I stopped at her grave. I talked too long. Then I hit black ice. The truck rolled. I crawled back to the road. I didn't want to miss the hoodie drop. Because she still deserves it. Mr. Dobbins felt something heavy in his chest. Something he hadn't felt in years. Shame. A man with no name becomes a town's heart. The driver's name was Ben. He spent 2 days in the hospital. The town found out. And for the first time, Maple Hill looked closer. They learned Ben was a veteran. His wife had left him after their daughter died of leukemia. He'd lost his job. Slept in the truck. But still delivered every day just to survive. And to honor MIA. When he got out of the hospital, something had changed. Willow Mart wasn't empty anymore. It was full of people waiting not to shop, but to see him. They clapped when he walked in. Kids handed him cards. An old woman hugged him and slipped $200 into his pocket. Even Mr. Dobbins stood at the front counter. Red-eyed, holding out a cup of hot coffee. "I owe you more than cash, Ben," he said. Ben nodded. He finally smiled. The miracle that followed. A week later, Mr. Dobbins did something unheard of. He put up a sign. This mart is no longer just a business. It's part of a family. And Ben is family. He gave Ben a full-time job inside. Built him a small living space behind the mart. Set up a fund for children with cancer named the MIA Fund. And every Christmas after that, Ben stood at the front of the store handing out pink hoodies to every little girl who walked in. No charge. No words. Just a smile. And a hoodie. The ending. Ben never stopped delivering. Not just goods. But hope. He taught the town that some people don't need applause to do good. They just need to be seen. And loved. And remembered. Moral of the story. You never know what someone is carrying behind their silence. Some hearts are worn on sleeves. Others are tucked inside old boxes in the back of a red truck. But love, real love, never forgets.